Hi, my name is Akira Thomas. This is for Humanity, Latin American Humanities, um, 2461, Hume 2461. Um, Sorry, let me get adjusted. Okay. So, question number 1 is, what is the Popol Vuh? Popol Vuh? Popol Vuh. And to me, the Popol Vuh was modern day Bible. Modern day Bible, yeah. I compare it to the Bible. That's what I was getting out of it. I know that it is the book of, it's the sacred book of the Maya, or the Mayan. I don't know the right term for that, but I think it's the Mayan. And, yeah, everything in the book lines up pretty much with any other mythology that I've read or that I know of. So that's kind of how I took it. The story that I enjoyed most was the Hero Twins. That story to me just sparked my interest. There wasn't anything in particular about it that sparked it, but it just, I don't know, it had this feel to it. The Hero Twins, they have, so you have this newfound community, and they're making animals and they're making new people, but they're not really like kind of sure on the society yet and how they want it to run. But they have gods, and these gods are greedy. They're greedy, right? I mean, as any god would be. They are the one and only mighty, or the two only mighty, or and this whole community looks up to them. But with that, they took away from the fact that there is a real God above them, that they are, that they support, and that they give their belief to and their faith to. They have that in their fundamentals and their basis of the foundation of the Mayan and of the civilization that they have. So so they have the Hero Twins, and they go and they kill, I cannot pronounce his name, but they go and they kill the there was a man who was acting pretty much too godly, and he was being too greedy, and that wasn't okay, because they didn't want society to, their community to, have this view of, oh well, he's high and he's almighty and he's greedy and he's got wealth and he's he's got the face coverings and whatever it is that made you wealthy back in the day. He's got all of this and he's showing off for it. But what we don't have anything, say we're slaves, or but it kind of led this like precedent for the community, and it's like they didn't want that. They did not want that to happen, so they sent the Hero Twins to kill him, which in return made the Hero Twins seem like the angels. They were coming to save the community from, a devil, from somebody who was not holy enough for their community. They in the documentary, they reference him as Lucifer, like slaying Lucifer. And which I got out of the Hero Twins was that they were like the angelic, saviors of the community, which was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. Was it hard to understand? I don't think so. I think that it was more so poetic for me to read it. And yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it was hard to read per se. I would have been able to read the book without watching the documentary prior to it. But it would have felt like the Bible to me, so I probably wouldn't have continued to read it. It just felt like any other Greek mythology. I know that it's like the sacred story of the Mayans, which is so important. It's so important. Any mythology, any history is important, but it just has this biblical feel to it. She gets pregnant from the tree, from the saliva from the tree, and that just, to me, just screams Adam and Eve, and I don't believe that story. Is it the text relevant? I think that the text is relevant. I think that it's, it does have a deeper meaning of to not being greedy and to not you know, taking in your life as a, you know, like you have a place in this life. And I think that the story about that kind of gave that. And in Popol Vuh, I think that, you know, it kind of gives, it gives like a proper way for life and how like things in life happen, because there's many ways that you can live your life, but there's only one way that lives go. You know, you are born, there's animals, you eat those animals, or you choose not to, but you eat, and then ultimately at the end of the day you die. But it's what you do in between then that matters, like being greedy or living, you know, not to standards, or, you know, all these different characteristics that one would consider nowadays to be, you know, you're sinning. That would be, you know, I guess sinning is the equivalent to being, you know, not good enough for the community. But I think that any of that text is relevant because it gives like a hope and a faith in society. You know, and it gives, I think that, you know, all biblical text is relevant because you can always take what they're saying and you can kind of relate it, or take bits and pieces out of what they're saying and relate it to modern day society, because society is not anywhere near the same as it was in 5 BC or 7 BC. It's not the same. But I think that, you know, it's definitely relatable. Yeah. I don't know, the Popol Vuh was something that I've never read before, or, you know, at the museum, the Harm Museum, you know, I see the story. I've seen the story, the pictures, and I've seen it, but I've never like read the Popol Vuh myself. So that was really cool to get to do. Yeah, and I don't know, the Hero Twin story just really stuck with me. So, yeah, that's my presentation.